Previously on Deck of Many Aces.
It lets us know that when these other anomalies have been happening, it's potentially due to the use of temporal or spatial magic.
Oh.
If that's triggered by this. Raina, what did you see?
A centaur? And he looked real familiar to us. Like family familiar.
I can't tell you exactly why I did all the things I did, but I did them. Okay? The previous day, the town was relatively busy. There were people walking about. There was a nice market when I woke up. There was nothing. The only thing in that entire village was 2 bodies with close by to each other with the crystal in the center.
To Deck of Many Aces, an actual play project? What? An actual play?
We're expanding.
Podcast.
Project.
We're a network.
We are a project. It feels like a project. We are an actual play podcast made with actual asexuals. We are not usually this chaotic. That's a lie. But I had COVID recently, and so I'm going to blame my brain fog on that. Words. We are a group of people who identify as somewhere on the aromantic and or asexual spectrum, playing 5th edition D&D with a twist. Every character's past, present, and future is based on a card drawn from the Deck of Many Things. I am Ellie. I have subscribed to my 30-day free trial of she, her, and they, them pronouns. And I will be your DM today. Did you just say one of us?
I did say one of us.
It's like literally 2 years ago, well, just under 2 years ago when we started this. It's like, is this one just going to slowly amalgamate into a group of...
we're eventually just going to become one weird-ass polycule.
One person with the same...
Wait, you mean we're not one person already?
The same identity.
Each episode will just be a bunch of tongue noises.
No!
Hey, I didn't make the tongue noises.
I mean, to be fair, isn't all speech tongue noises in the end?
That's a good
You're
point.
not wrong.
On that sobering note, I'm your DM, your demisexual mandible.
That's part of the tongue as well. No, jaw.
No, it's not.
Part of the jaw. Today I have with me, would you all like to introduce yourselves?
Hello, my name is Am, and I play Tosier Atherdale, the party battlemaster fighter. We both use she, her pronouns, and I got 11 hours sleep last night, and this is maybe the first time in 5 years I haven't felt tired all the time, so I'm doing pretty good.
Yay! I'm Chloe, and I play Raina Riftwood, the Tabaxi Bard. We both use she, her pronouns, and I'm exhausted and currently performing in a show full of bad jokes. So, well, right this second. So, that's the energy I'm bringing. Sleep deprived and dad jokes.
Hi, I am Eiriol. I use she, they pronouns, and I'm playing Delphi, who uses she, her pronouns, who is also
Who is she, her pronouns?
I was gonna say a Growfolk warlock, but I forgot that bit. She is a Growfolk warlock, and she uses she, her pronouns.
There we go.
Yeah, and it's been a long time since the last recording session, so I only have a vague memory of what happened.
It has.
I remember that we ended
Been a minute.
with their parents coming up when we said something dangerous / important / big, and them going, what? But I don't remember what we said. So it's just...
I remembered. My goodness.
Hi everyone, I'm Katie. I use she, her, or they, them pronouns. And I play Morgan, who's the wizard. And I also cannot remember what's going on, which is annoying because Morgan needs to know things. Wizards need to know things. Did I write anything down? No.
No.
Hey Webster.
Right.
Our great and glorious DM. Care to enlighten us as to what has recently happened?
I absolutely can. And I'd also like to say, just quickly, I really admire the amount of energy and gusto that all of you put into your introductions, considering the varying levels of exhaustion in this podcast. I'd also like to apologize if my voice gets a little bit croaky and gross.
You've had the thing that shall not be named.
I've had the vid, the Lady Rona.
I can take over and DM if you'd like me to, Ellie.
No, I'm all good, thanks, Sam.
They all eat dirt.
Because your wins
They
D&D.
eat dirt.
Yeah,
No.
all the NPCs eat dirt and then they die.
Yeah.
Good God. Why do you have... Why would you wish death upon Flotsam and Jetsam?
Because it upsets you, which is
Sister.
funnier than anything else right now.
Wow.
I'm doing a
Bullying.
sad face at my screen.
Cyberbullying, kids. It's only cool.
Somehow I am not
on
involved in the bullying on
podcasts.
either side for once.
It's only cool when you do it to
Yeah.
short people.
Ellie
On a
doesn't have an older
podcast.
sister, so I've taken it upon myself to fill that role.
Why would you think that you would be the older sister in our relationship and not
Because
the
my
other way
birthday's
around?
literally before yours.
That's sus. That's sus. I don't
It's
buy
it's
that.
how time works.
That
According
sounds
to you.
wrong.
But
I don't know.
Isn't age more a matter of vibes, though, when it comes to this sort of thing?
Truly.
How has this been
Truly.
turned around on me?
Because you said I'm the oldest. Like you had it coming.
You did. So I listened to both episode 34 and episode 35 at 1.5 speed before we sat down to record today, and made some notes because they were two really good episodes, if I do say so myself. Y'all had some cool theories and also just some insane things happened. So to get you up to speed, at the end of episode 33, you walked up to the big hole where the crystals are supposed to be, and they weren't there.
Oh no.
The twins went off to get their parents. I put they explore the hole.
We did lots of magic stuff, and most of it did a little thing, but didn't make them.
Oh yeah, I worked it out, didn't I? I'm so smart.
I wrote it down.
You
Hang
did.
on. I wrote it down. Fairy fire didn't do anything. Slow made them appear, but then disappear, and also chronal shift did the same thing. And that's
Specifically,
my
it reacted
entire-
to like time and space magic.
Yeah, that's my entire notes for the last session, so I've got no idea what
You
happened.
remember more than I did, to be honest, and I'm the time wizard, so
Yes.
it was
Yeah,
a
that's-
while.
that's-
It's been a while.
It's been a minute. So that was basically the crux of what we got up to last time. Was you guys kind of did a
The Crocs of
The what?
The Crocs, like the shoes.
with the holes.
boo.
Yeah, I can read Eiriol's mind.
Yeah, it's because you two are both. That was the most deranged laugh I have ever heard. It's because you two are both harbingers of chaos.
Yeah, right now.
So, yes, that's the crux of it. Raina told everybody about the centaur that she saw.
did.
You did. And saying that you were worried that something bad might be happening wherever the centaur is. And Delphi told everybody about the origin story of how she found the crystal, which was
Terrifying
spooky.
and very
Spooky.
suspicious.
It really was a
Spooky.
character backstory time, wasn't it?
Spooky.
Was a real
Yeah.
it was a backstory day, and then somebody said something about the possibility of like a lich, and
That was me.
Raina got freaked out, and then we ended the episode on Flotsam saying, "Did someone say phylactery?"
Oh yeah.
So very well remembered.
You said that like they respond to that, like it's like Speak of the Devil style thing, where it's like, did someone say phylactery?
Oh, here's
and
why!
then you get the laugh track and the opening jingle to the sitcom with the Lich and the...
Oh my god. The Lich, the Switch, and... I can't think of anything that rhymes.
The witch?
Oh, that's better than what I was going to say. 'Cause...
I mean, it's better than Switch anyway.
The Lich and the Witch.
The Lich, the Switch, and the Wardrobe.
Episode title done. Pack up your bags. Let's go home.
The Lich, the Lion, and the Wardrobe.
Okay. Also, I would also like to... So, as you kind of turn back from your conversations, you see that Flotsam and Jetsam have returned. I would like to remind you, in episode 33, you asked me if you could use your funky level 7 feature.
Yes.
And then we weren't able to record that day, and then we just both forgot, I think. So if you want to do that now, you can do that now.
Yes, would you like me to read it for you, listeners, so they know what it is?
Please.
No, they don't.
They're
get
not
to
allowed.
know what our cool stuff is.
Starting at 7th level, if you spend at least 1 minute observing or interacting with another creature outside of combat, so I'd like to use this for both Flotsam and Jetsam, you can learn certain information about its capabilities compared to your own. The DM tells you if the creature is your equal, superior, or inferior in regards to 2 of the following characteristics of your choice. So I'll read out the characteristics, then tell you which I'd like for Flotsam, which I'd like for Jetsam, because they will be different. Strength score, dexterity score, constitution score, armor class, current hit points, total class levels, fighter class levels.
It's so overpowered,
Nice.
this ability.
Actually, for both, I would like to know armor class and current hit points.
Of course you do.
That's worrying.
It's useful. I think it's the most useful information that
That's true.
that I can get from this
Okay.
right now, in my
Armor
opinion.
class and current hit points. I actually don't think I have their current hit points written down.
This is my new version of asking the DM what an NPC's name is. So like, tell me their armor class now.
Martial class version of Detect Magic.
It really is.
Yeah.
So I can tell you that Flotsam. Yeah, I haven't written down how much damage you did to them. Did you guys do any
Because
damage?
say they ate a magic berry off screen.
I didn't do
and now
damage.
it's full of hit points.
Morgan did some damage.
Yeah.
Morgan
Yeah,
did some
gravity
damage.
gun
I didn't
damage.
do
I'm
any damage.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much gravity gun damage
Well,
was
say they
done.
ate a magic berry off screen and now they're fine.
They short rested.
Magic
Yeah.
berries only heal.
Not,
They
not,
ate like a
just
bushel.
generic magic berry, not the spell magic. Not the good berry.
Good
spell.
berry.
It's good berry.
So I can tell you they both have in the time that they have taken to go and find their parents and come back, they have both had a short rest and recovered their hit points. That's the easiest way of doing it. So they are both at their hit point totals, which are both 38.
Nice.
Flotsam's AC is 14 and Jetsam's is 16.
Okay. Thank you.
So, yes, you've all been talking.
So they're not that beefy.
No, we could beat them in a fight. Is important to know.
Yeah, definitely.
For Toz, maybe. Delphi doesn't murder indiscriminately.
Are you sure about that?
Not according to the last thing you told us.
Hey,
Which she
Delphi
knows
didn't
of.
murder any of those.
I don't believe a word
Intentionally.
you
She's
say,
also
Eiriol.
up for straight up child murder, so
Yeah, that's also what I was thinking of. It's an entire lie.
All the way down. Lies all the way down. You both, as you all turn around, Flotsam and Jetsam are both kind of standing, waiting for you. Their parents aren't with them. Yeah, what would you guys do?
In response to the question that was asked at the end of the
Yes.
last episode, I'm going to say no.
What? Why were you talking about phylacteries? I'm kind of, I don't want to...
Oh, we won't.
We're playing Hangman.
Yes.
Toz wrongly thought that these crystals could be fire of some sense. But that doesn't make any sense.
No, that definitely sounds weird.
There's no...
That's okay. Well, the good...
Well, look, they can't all be winners. I figured out how to get the crystals to show up. What else do you want from me?
The good news is that that our parents have said that it's okay for you guys to come and hang out with us and to come to our home.
Oh, good.
when you say
Jet looks.
hang out with us, Is that the explicit words they used? Just, out of curiosity.
And then they didn't say hang out, but well, they're waiting for us, and if they wanted to meet you, and they were happy to take you to our home, because they think that, I don't know. Well, I can't say too much. Well, I could say some things, but I don't really know.
Okay.
But yeah, you can come with us.
What they explicitly said is that it's fine for them to come over for a sleepover, but they have to be in a sleeping bag.
Yes.
Oh, Ellie, hang on.
Anyway,
Sorry.
Jet looks
Just
distinct. No, it's all
note,
good.
There is a very noisy motorbike revving outside my window right now. Just so you know.
That's okay.
Mm,
That's also
fun.
reminded me my food shop's coming at some point, so I may have to run off and do
So you
that.
can talk to the Tesco man.
Mid
Person.
or woman
Yeah.
or person.
Yeah, women can do anything nowadays, Katie.
Yeah. Okay.
Women can work for Tesco's
Yeah.
as well now,
Equality,
Katie.
being able
Yeah,
to work
yeah,
for
okay.
Tesco.
I know back in your day.
Let's move on.
Jet looks distinctly unhappy. And she just kind of like glowers and turns on her heel and starts stalking back down
That
the hill.
was Jet, right?
That was Jet, yeah.
Yeah, the cool one. The one who's not like other Genasi.
Boo. So do you guys want to come down and meet my parents?
That would be
Oh,
lovely.
yes,
thank
please.
you.
Did you find what
I
you
don't-
were looking for in the crystals?
We've made lots of interesting.
Not really.
Not yet.
Discoveries. I don't. I don't want to say
Do you
we're
think-
finished yet.
More importantly, do your parents have any food?
Oh yeah. There's plenty of food back home.
You don't.
Okay, good.
You don't think maybe someone should stay here? I don't want something to happen while we're away.
What about if we leave
That is
good
actually
idea.
a very good idea.
Or
Excellent
I
idea.
mean, I don't wanna.
Thank you.
I don't wanna.
I told you sometimes there are winners. I don't know what it is.
Listen, I don't want to interrupt.
Oh, yes, you're
But,
here.
yeah, I've been just sort of stood to the side while you're all doing your little like weird magic things.
Oh yeah, we had
and
some other crew
I
members
don't
here
really
as well.
want to go and like meet up with a bunch of like weird people who could like end up slitting our throats and killing us. I'd rather just like camp out here and wait for someone to come and
Can
find
you
us.
stay here and tell us if anything? Can you see magic?
No.
Okay. Are you sure? I just wonder if you had any kind of messaging spell for us. But
No.
No.
oh well.
Listen, that's all in your department. I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, tell us if any of you get transported through space and time due to the crystals you're going to be camping by.
No, just don't go near him, please.
On second thoughts, maybe I should come with you?
No, you stay here. It's perfectly safe, I'm sure. Just don't go in the hole. Just look at the hole. Don't go in it.
Yeah, that's what
Because
caused the
Raina went in the
problem.
hole, and that's when the trouble started, I think.
Okay, so Afra and the sailors, who have all just been stood by while you've all been doing these scientific experiments in yet another case of Ellie forgets about all of her NPCs. They start to set up camp, and Flop kind of like floats over to you guys, and then is like,
And
"Come
before
on,
we
come
leave-
on! It's just
Before
down
we
this
leave,
way."
I just want to turn to Afra and I'll just be like, Afra, you promised me something, okay?
What?
If anything happens, if anything from that thing there, you run back to the beach, okay? All of you.
I promise.
Cool. I'd quite like you to still be here when I come back.
Do you think I'm not gonna be?
Probably it will be fine. Probably.
Right, you're not filling me with a lot of confidence.
So
Well, I don't like lying, really. And well, the last time I was here, when I turned up somewhere else and like a lot of time had gone by and well, everything was different. So I don't want that to happen to you.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, I don't want that to happen to me
No, but
either.
if you don't go near the hole, you should be fine.
All right. Okay. I'll just stay here then, far away from the owl.
Okay.
All right.
I'll see you later then.
Come on, let's go to our little tea party thing.
Something tells me this ain't gonna be no tea party.
I'm gonna
Yay.
straighten out my waistcoat and make sure I'm looking presentable.
Flot takes off down the hill, kind of in the direction that you saw them go last time, when they said they were going to go and get their parents, towards the kind of southwesterly side of the island. And as you follow them down, you traverse downhill, and then you realise you are coming to another one of these kind of black sandy beaches, and you can see in the water there is a small kind of narrow rowing boat, or two narrow rowing boats that are kind of like moored next to each other, and you can see three figures, one of whom you recognise as Jet, who's kind of sat there looking really sulky. You heading on over? Cool.
Yeah.
So as you approach, you can see in the boats there are two figures. There's like two kind of middle-aged figures who are there's one air genasi and one water genasi, and they obviously bear a familial resemblance to Flot and Jet. Flot's like, so these are my parents. I don't have any good names for them. Does anyone have any good?
Have you seriously managed to...
Ellie, you had so much time to think about this.
Do you want to have? I did think about this just before we started recording, and my dumb brain spit out, "What about latitude and longitude?"
No!
That's all.
No!
No, I know. That's why I didn't go with it.
Also, you can't call someone long. That's not a
One
good
second,
name.
I'm Googling
It would be
fantasy
long.
name generator. Fantasy and folklore. Let's go with...
So yeah, we have a really fleshed out homebrew setting, everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's so many options.
Pause
on
while
this,
I just think about this. Okay, coral and
Call them ebb and flow.
cumulus. Oh, that's so
nice.
much
Very
better!
good.
That's so much better! That's so much better! Oh, Chloe, you're inspired.
Flo, as in short for Florence, though.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ebb is short for Ebenezer.
Florence, where's your machine?
Ebenezer and Florence.
No gameplay in this episode. Only brainstorming notes.
Where's your machine? I don't know why that's just murdered me.
Listen, I have been quoted as being the funniest person Am's ever met.
Eiriol is
you
the
know.
funniest person on the podcast.
Absolutely. Ebb and flow, yes. Very good names. So
It's a
the-
pleasure to meet you, and I curtsy, of course.
I wave.
Yeah, I also whack out the curtsy.
they wave back
Like a normal person.
Delphi,
like a normal person.
Delphi, like realizes they're slightly surprised and like, what?
Right. Okay. So you've met our children.
Yes.
Are you?
I'm Raina. I'm sorry for imposing on you.
You're the one with the flute.
Yes. Why?
we don't accept flute players in this
They
house.
don't serve flute players here.
You'll be killed on sight.
No flautists allowed.
Except for
Perfect
flute
society,
players.
but they hate flautists.
Isn't it flautists?
It's flautist.
Yeah.
Oh.
Thank you for not
It's
saying
flautist.
flutist.
That
Yeah,
would
no,
be
I know it's not
that
flute.
would be
I know it.
flaunting the laws of language. Get it? Like flaunting.
Wouldn't that be
Yes, that was the joke I was making. I
You were going for flaunting.
That was the joke.
I was trying to be funny.
Yeah, I thought you were trying to be funny in a
Ellie-
different and not as good way.
Yeah, sorry, Ellie. I've already taken.
Eiriol is
I'm
the
so
only
sorry,
funny
all
person.
listeners.
Listen,
You are the one
Don't-
with the flute. I suppose. I think. Well, it might be easier if we explain on the way.
Are we travelling somewhere?
Yes, I believe.
Oh, okay,
and, Eb
Yeah, that's
looks
why there's
like-
another boat.
I believe that is. It's not our usual course of action, but it's probably for the best. If you'd like to follow us.
We're coming back though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want
Okay.
to.
Just for a check.
Sorry, Raina's very keen on the hole.
Sorry.
Keen is not the word I
Raina's very
use.
keen on the hole.
this is an asexual.
The hole.
Sorry, I'm from Guymaris. Some people have said my accent is a little hard to understand.
Aha. Yes. Go. Where's that?
Well, that depends, really. It's a mechanical city. It moves around by itself, so sort of plain-ish area.
What?
Like it's like a big It's like a big mechanism. It kind of moves around.
You can explain. You can explain on the
okay.
journey. You can explain on the journey. It's fine. Let's get going, shall we? Ebb and Flotsam sit in one boat, and Flo and Jet sit in another, and they kind of like gesture for you to sort of sit alongside them. So, who is?
Do my best not to capsize it.
Oh, yeah. They're very much built for Genasi-sized folks. But you're okay, I think.
Okay.
They start kind of slowly and somewhat meditatively rowing you out to sea, and the boats kind of stay in tandem with each other, and Flo turns to you, Raina, with a sort of slightly concerned look and says, so how did you... This is a magical flute, right?
I guess so.
Hey everyone, it's Ellie here. Hope you're enjoying the show so far. If you are, please consider checking out our supporter Acast link. This is like a virtual tip jar where you can just give us a little bit of a thank you in financial form. We obviously accept thank yous in non-financial forms, and you are in no way obligated to do this. It would just be a nice cool thing. All the proceeds of that go towards things like making a web domain, investing in merch, and also compensating the lovely, lovely PCs that I have on this show, because they're great, and they deserve all the love and all the riches in the world. You can find that at supporter.acast.com/deck of many aces, with spaces in between the words. There's also a link right at the bottom of the episode description. Also, do you have a podcast, TTRPG product, or Twitch stream that you think that the listeners of this podcast might be interested in? If you do, then why not use this space to advertise it? If you're interested in advertising your product here, get in contact with us at deckofmanyaces@gmail.com. Enjoy the rest of the show! And how did you come
It
upon
belonged
it?
to my mum.
Oh, okay.
Well, she didn't exactly gave it to me. I mean, she died, and then I got it. So
Oh, I'm
I guess
sorry.
she sort of gave it to me, but she
You
did tell me
inherited
in
it.
the process of dying. So Yes. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous. Don't know why.
Oh, you don't have any need to be nervous. Don't worry. I'm sorry if Jet gave you a slightly hostile welcome. I wasn't being hostile, Dad. It was just like necessary. Yes, quite. The thing is, we don't tend to bring outsiders in.
You know what? I gathered that much.
Well, yeah. And, well, we'd only really bring you in if we felt that it was a sort of moral responsibility to, and, well, having a magical flute by itself is not an unusual occurrence, but, well, Flot said something about the hole.
Yeah. Well, it's a bit of a long story, but well, basically, I fell in it, and well, I arrived here a couple of weeks ago, and well, I fell in it about 70 years ago, apparently, and no time has passed. Does that make any sense?
Right. Yes and no. When I was younger, my grandmother told me something about somebody coming out of that hole with a flute.
Coming out?
Yes.
Well, that wasn't me. Was that?
No. It would have been what? I mean, God, how many generations is it? So, well, over 100 years ago.
Right.
I wish I could be more clear, but obviously it was just a story that I was told when I was a kid.
But how long ago was that, do you believe?
Well, okay, so I was told this story 50 odd years ago, and then this was when my grandmother was in her 90s, and it happened to her when she was quite young, a teenager. So, if you do the maths,
300 years.
Well, that's like almost 100, 200 years ago, 150, 200, I don't know.
So perhaps...
I'm just going to add another tally to my Raina as a warlock theory.
So perhaps somebody... Do you know where your mother acquired the flute?
No, she didn't speak about it. I mean, well, she couldn't even play it. She just had it. It was like, family heirloom. We didn't have much, but we had the flute.
So perhaps that person who came out of the hole is some sort of ancestor of yours?
Possibly. I don't know why my mum would keep the flute,
Perhaps.
though, if she didn't know.
You kept it.
That's true, I suppose. I never thought about it like that. She probably missed her mum too.
There's something else. Like I say, I don't... This is all second hand. So I'm not sure. But in the story that my grandmother told me, well, she always said that the person came out with the flute, saying they had to hide it from someone.
Hide it?
Yeah.
Well, you said it yourself, a magical flute's not the most out there thing to be having. Like, Why would you need to hide it?
I don't know.
There's lots of bards in the world. There's lots of bards playing flutes.
Perhaps it belonged to someone. Perhaps it was stolen.
Stolen?
Maybe from your centaur
You're
friend.
accusing me of something.
No. Like I say, this is just a story, or I always thought it was just a story.
Sorry.
And
Well,
then
I'm fairly sure that you may have to return stolen goods, but you wouldn't necessarily be responsible for the
stealing.
Sorry,
yes,
it's a force of habit. Yeah.
We're just shouting across boats, by
gosh.
the way.
We're cutting
Yeah.
out lots of the what, and then it's being said louder.
I can't remember which boat everyone's in, so
Yeah.
What did you say?
Yeah.
bit of
no, in fairness,
pantomiming.
they're
We
sort
still
of
do it
they're strung
anyway.
together, so
Okay.
they're only
A little bit.
really about 3 or 4 feet apart from each other. Just for the lols.
Just for the bit.
We're wildly annoying.
Commit to the bit.
Morgan? Is Morgan in the boat with me, or is Morgan in the other boat? I can't remember.
I don't think you specified.
Can Morgan be in the boat with me?
Yeah.
You're a wizard.
I am indeed.
Allegedly.
Hey,
I'll like hold out my flute and be like, "What do you think?"
I don't have the spell identify. Okay.
Raina doesn't know that.
Oh.
Raina doesn't even know what the spell identify is.
She just wants your professional wizarding opinion.
Yeah.
Okay. I can I take the flute off
Yeah,
of her?
yeah.
You know, just hold it. It doesn't like electrocute me if I touch
No.
it. Hey Delphi, does this look strange under detect magic? Have you ever noticed anything unusual when you look at it?
In your professional opinion as a wizard, you ask
Ask
the
the
warlock.
warlock.
I'm not going to waste a spell slots on detect magic if I don't have to.
Delphi will cast detect magic.
Okay, let me just get the schools of magic.
I feel this so hard.
Yay, detect magic.
Every time, baby.
There's
Enchantment
concentration,
wall.
aberration,
Necromancy. Evocation.
Just give me a minute to think about this.
illusion.
Think about the
I'd
logic
like to know
of...
all of the schools I have in my spell list.
You can
I
also go
assume
and
all
look
of
at
them, right?
you can go and look
I
at
don't have all of them.
the bard subclass that Raina is, and it'll tell you what main types of magic they
Oh
use.
no.
Probably enchantment.
But it's that kind of magic then though.
I'm
it's
just-
gonna be like it
Oh,
looks
yeah,
like the
if
thing you
it's-
cast spells with
if
but
it's-
nothing else.
What I think it is, it's enchantment.
Yes. Yes. It just took me,
So it
sorry,
looks like
it
what
took
you'd
me a
expect.
second to be like, to like do the like, you know, the meme of the woman with all the equations? Like that with the
Yes.
convoluted lore that I have come up with. I'm just like, yes! Yeah, so it's mostly enchantment magic.
So it doesn't look any weirder than I would expect.
I'm also
Okay.
pretty sure that like bards can just use any musical instrument
Yeah.
for spellcasting purposes anyway, so it might not even be innately magical.
Yeah.
This is true.
Does it look like it looks like a magical flute, right? Not just a flute.
It does look innately magical.
Well, the thing is, Raina, is I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not a specialist in magical items.
Oh, sorry,
I'm-
Well, you know more than me,
It-
so
Thank you. Can I do a Arcana check to see if I can Arcana anything about it?
Arcane
To arcane, the verb.
to Arcane.
Yeah, sure. What would you be trying to find out?
Whether this is the kind of magical item that there's just a lot about of, or whether this seems like a very unique
Okay,
type of
yeah.
thing.
Roll me an arcana check.
Like, is it a flute that got magical because Raina picked it up and is a bard? Or is it like...
Or is it magical on its own?
Weird.
19 plus 7.
19 plus 7.
Oh,
That's pretty good. Yeah, as you examine this flute, for all intents and purposes, it looks like an ordinary sort of bog standard magical bard flute. But when you pay closer attention to it, you can see that it is incredibly well made. Not in terms of, craftsmanship, but in terms of sort of arcane properties, like its ability to channel magic as an arcane focus. Frankly, it's way nicer than, and way classier than Raina is, if that makes any sense. Sorry, Raina. Sorry to dunk on Raina, but it's
not what you'd expect it to be carrying about.
No, it's absolutely not appropriate for a level 7 bard to be using. And when you kind of inspect it further, you can see that there's almost like not an arcane fingerprint as such, but you can see that it was not just built for a bard, but it was built for enchantment magic. That seems to be its kind of almost like its specialty, and it looks like, I'm trying to figure out how to say this and how you would get this from arcane stuff, but you did roll really well.
Thank you.
Morgan just innately knows.
Just
from the
innately
voice in her
knows.
head.
In terms
Morgan
of...
read something in a book somewhere that sounds a bit like it once.
Well, it looks like... So it's... The kind of what you're reading is like its ability to channel magic, right? It looks like it was made for a specific magic user in mind.
Okay.
Presumably not Raina.
Not Raina, yeah.
Well, no.
It looks
My
like...
lich
yes,
theory is getting stronger every day, guys. I'm just saying.
I think...
I convey this to the others.
Yeah.
Oh, you thought Delphi had the phylactery?
Yes.
Oh, it was me all
It's
along.
all connected, baby. You guys never.
I think
You guys
I don't
have
think
not been
Toz-
to my house. I have a
I don't think
whiteboard
Toz knows
with like
what phylactery
theories
is.
written across it. There are pins connecting things.
with phylactery
Yes.
written on it in big letters.
Yeah, in the
Every
centre.
object Toz interacts with, it's like phylactery ?
God, I really want an excuse to make a murder board in real life.
I just really want to fight a lich, you guys.
Every object we come across now, Todd's going to be
Phylactery.
like, investigation check.
Destroys it immediately. I killed the lich.
Does it seem evil when I touch it?
As you're in the midst of conveying this to the rest of the party, the boat's kind of like the water gets just slightly rockier, and Ebb looks across and is like, "Oh, we're here," and just kind of jumps out of the boat. No, you're just in the middle of the ocean.
Can we see anything?
Yeah, I'll go with them.
Okay, cool. Toz, as you jump in and as...
Oh,
Todd, you can't swim. Todd.
elephants are good swimmers, actually.
As we've established,
No, we've ascertained I'm the only party
yeah,
member that can
okay.
swim.
as you kind of jump out of the boat, you kind of end up about waist deep in the water. But you don't sink any further. You're just held up waist deep, and you can see that Ebb and Flo and now Flotsam and Jetsam are all just kind of waist deep in the water now as well.
I will get in the water, but I'm going to be like holding my wings at a really awkward angle to keep them out of the water.
Flo sees you do this and goes, "Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. Hang on. and hands each of you like a small. It's like almost like a piece of taffy.
I put it in my mouth.
Toz, it could be a phylactery. No.
Taking candy from strangers, Tozia.
Yeah.
You wouldn't ingest
that.
a phylactery.
Just a flirt.
That's going on a t-shirt. That's going on a
That's
t-shirt.
We ate the phylactery.
Big Magnus Burnside energy here.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Incredible.
What?
Anyone else?
Anyway, does Tozia explode?
I'm assuming this will help us breathe
Does
in
not
the water,
explode.
yes?
It kills you.
Not quite.
Care to explain?
Tozia, can everyone... Actually, no, I'm not going to ask you all to deafen yourselves, not for the sake of this. Sorry, Am. But Tozia, as you kind of like chew on this taffy, you kind of become aware that the water you're in doesn't feel like water.
Oh, nice.
And you kind of pass your hand through it, and it's like actually much lower than it kind of appears, and the water that's kind of around your chest almost sort of like dissipates and dissolves. And as you look up, you realize you are standing on a beautiful sandy beach, just kind of ankle deep in the water now. Everyone else is still there. You can still see everyone. You can see Morgan holding her wings up, and it looks almost absurd because she's not in water.
I would like to kind of like walk further up the beach so my like height is elevated and see if I completely disappear to them or if it looks like I'm just floating in the air.
It just looks like you're floating in the air.
I'm like, guys, look, I can fly just like Morgan.
What? That's breaking my brain. Please
Just
stop that.
take the taffy. Stop being wimps. Come on, let's go.
Okay, I'm taking it.
Right.
Does it taste nice?
It does. It tastes really good.
What does it taste like, Ellie?
Saltwater
It
taffy.
Yeah. I've got it. And yeah, so you kind of look around and you can see this large island, kind of stretching out quite far to both your left and your right, with at the very center of it, a mountain / volcano. I don't. What does a volcano look like when it's not like about to erupt?
A volcano, just with
It
no
looks like
smoke.
a cone.
A dormant volcano.
Just a cone. Yeah.
It looks very cone-shaped.
Yeah, just a little cone. And
Presumably,
you can see on
we've probably never seen a volcano before.
Yeah, and probably
I think
not.
I know what a
I
volcano
definitely don't.
You
is.
say that. Are there any other volcanoes in this world?
You've seen volcanic islands,
Yeah,
though,
maybe.
probably.
Oh, yeah,
You've
that's
sailed a lot.
Yeah.
That's true.
Maybe I'm the only person that's seen a volcano.
Well, we haven't really figured out the geology and the like tectonic activity of this world.
Also, to be fair,
I don't
if
want to,
you'd never seen
so-
an active volcano before and you saw an inactive volcano, you'd be like,
Yeah.
big mountain.
Yeah.
Oh,
probably.
smoky. Ooh.
Big smoky mountain.
Oh, it's smoking, is
Then
it?
it's active.
It's not
It doesn't
smoking,
smoke
it's
if
not-
it's inactive,
it's not-
Ellie.
It's a volcano. It's not about to erupt,
can
but it's
smoke
not
and
about to erupt. Okay, cool.
It's
It's
just
smoky
gently
then.
smoking.
It's smoky then.
Okay, so it's an active volcano that's not gonna, but it's not like.
proactive.
Yes,
close to
it's
it
not
right
a dormant
now.
volcano. It's
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's passive aggressive.
like we all are.
It's grumbly.
Yes, like we all are. And
Anyway, so we get to an island that there's a volcano.
You can see there are groups of genasi milling around. Obviously, varieties of genasi that you've never seen before. Obviously, as players, you will know earth genasi and fire genasi, and then kind of like mixtures of the two, or the four, I guess, kind of milling around. On the hillside, you can see small, what you would describe as cities, and like
a whole secret Genasi civilization.
Oh, can I get the map out? Because
Yes.
Raina's going to be real conspiracy theory, trying to be like, this is where we are on the map. There's nothing there, presumably.
Yeah,
It's a secret island.
as this is one of those. Ellie didn't think this through before the art.
I know it's on
came
our
out.
map, however.
It's as Raina looks on her map, she doesn't see anything. For dear listeners at home, if you would like to go, and find somewhere on the reaches of the internet.
It's just
on
it's our cover
our Twitter.
photo.
It's our Twitter. It's our Twitter
a cover
background.
Twitter header.
Yeah.
But we don't
And
have
also-
the full. It doesn't have the full map on it. It only has part of it.
We can tweet it
Yeah.
out.
I'll tweet it out.
We'll tweet it out.
If you scroll down to the bottom left-hand corner, there is Quantum.
Do you want to end it?
Should we come up with a pithy ending?
They already
Yes,
did.
somebody say someone say something pithy.
I don't think we're in Kansas
Wow, a
anymore.
secret Genasi civilization.
You could say that we're now lost.
We've already
Oh,
done that one.
Like the TV
done
show.
that.
Like the TV
We've
show.
already
Okay.
done that one.
Deck of Many Aces is Am Chisholm, Chloe Elliott, Eiriol Evans, Katie McLeod, and me, Ellie Webster. If you love the show, please consider leaving us a review or a rating on whatever podcast listening platform you are using right now. If you aren't using one that has a reviewing system, then you can check us out on Podchaser, where we can read and respond to your reviews. We really, really appreciate it, and it helps the podcast grow. So thank you so much for people who have left a review. And if you're thinking about it, please do it. We'd love you for it. If you want to interact with us, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Deck of Many Aces. Let's be honest, it's mostly Twitter, like Twitter basically. Just go on Twitter. We're always happy to chat, and we always love hearing from people, so give us a bell. If you love the music from the show, you can find it on Spotify, Deezer, Amazon Music. I'm saying with a question mark, and also on Chloe's SoundCloud. The links are in the episode description. We are a busy group of people, so you can find us all over the internet. Most notably, Am is in our sister podcast, A Rendezvous with Destiny, and actually now so is Chloe. That's exciting. What? So they're both in A Rendezvous with Destiny. You can also find Am on Date Night Drive-In with fellow podcaster Will, and you can also find her on Brain Adventures in their new series, The Defectives Club. You can find Chloe again all over the internet, but most notably on Twitch at Chloe_with_the_flow. I've already mentioned it earlier on in the show, but if you really, really love us and you'd like to do something to directly support the show, then we've got an Acast supporter link, which we'd really, really appreciate you checking out. It's like an online tip jar, and we use the money to help kind of advance the project however we can. Most recently, it allowed us to take part in Rainbow Roll Fest, which was an amazing time, and the festival raised over £1,700 for mermaids, which was also amazing. So all good things. That's at supporter.acast.com/Deck of Many Aces with dashes between the words. That's all from me this week. I will see you soon. Have an ace week. Bye!